beautiful specimen. If you followed our Highland Tarantula expedition so far, you know that we struggle with the high altitude, so it's time to descend into lower areas, and with these lower altitudes, the lush evergreen tropical forest comes back. Still on 3,300 meters above sea level, we search at a well-known spot of a magnificent tarantula species from the genus Highland with the species name of Markapata. So we managed to find Highland Markapata here in this amazing forested area around 3,000 meters above sea level. It is a complete change in landscape, and yeah, there's not much more to say than that we are extremely grateful and happy, and another Highland species on our list here on our trip in Peru. Now we will show you some close-up shots, of course, and later on some of the surroundings so that you guys know actually how this tarantula lives in the wild. We also have some temperature measurements going on, so you get the temperature underneath a rock and of course the environment temperature at around 2 p.m. Let me show you the specimen real quick. First two specimens we found during nighttime on our way back, a smaller juvenile specimen with some lush green coloration and a freshly hatched spiderling, probably first or second instar, both out in the open at around 6 degrees Celsius at nighttime. Isn't this insane? So here it is, Highland Markapata, beautiful specimen, and yeah, we'll just get some close-up shots now. They're just amazing looking. Truly amazing. If you work with tarantulas, it's very important to be as calm as possible. It appears to translate to the spider, so when you're calm and give the spider a dark retreat, they will sit still most of the time for a quick photo shoot. Have you ever handled a tarantula before, and if so, on what occasion? Let us know down in the comment section. In 2018, this tarantula species from the subfamily Theraphosinae was described by 6 different researchers. As always, good research needs some help from local people and independent volunteers, as in this case where arachnologist Juan Chaparro and a tarantula enthusiast called John Richards found the species in 2006. Even though we descended quite some meters now, the word Markapata is Quechua for a on the summit translation, but also corresponds to the Markapata Valley on its own where this tarantula species lives in. One of the few Highland species which can be distinguished just by looking at them, being entirely black with red setae on the dorsal abdomen urticating patch. Truly a magnificent tarantula and one of its kind for sure. A short reminder that all of these highland tarantulas from Peru do not well in captivity. The temperature and humidity requirements are so extreme that it's impossible to breed them in a sustainable way. Keep that in mind when watching our videos, and when you really want to have one and have the urge to get one, send us a message and we will gladly send you a high resolution picture you can print out and hang on your wall. To find this tarantula spider in the wild, we used our common method of turning stones and rotten wood and branches. For most cases, terrestrial tarantulas like the ones from the genus Highland inhabit shallow tunnels underneath such objects. It appears to be important for them to have a good-sized rock where they can build their burrow underneath. One of our theory we had after our time-limited impression of the surroundings was that the heat dispersion and isolation helps them in this area where night and daytime temperature changes quite drastically. We measured outside temperatures of 18 degrees Celsius or 64 degrees Fahrenheit at 2 p.m. and 12 degrees Celsius, which is 53 degrees Fahrenheit, underneath the rock we found the tarantula. After a successful photo session of the spider, it's important to put the tarantula back into her retreat and cover it up with the same rock again. That's the only way to save her microclimate she inhabits in that burrow. After spending a few days in the lower parts of Peru, we gather new energy to drive back into the highlands in search of some known and unknown colorful tarantula species. Join us on our Peru tarantula adventure and learn more about these fascinating creatures.